Right, hey everybody, this is Graham with Brother Telepathy. We are back today with another breakdown video, and this is actually of my favorite prospect in the entire NFL draft class for 2025. We're looking at Abdul Carter. He is my #1 player on my big board here, and we're going to be watching his game versus Maryland this year. Really had a great, strong game here. 6 total tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for losses. So going to highlight a few plays here for you just to show his power, speed, all the stuff that makes him my #1 player. So let's get into it. All right, first play is going to be a sack here. So we'll see indicated by the arrow where Abdul Carter is lined up. He typically lines up here as what's called a 5 technique, which is basically outside the shoulder, the outside shoulder of the tackle there. And this is usually where he lines up as a defensive end edge rusher. What's really cool about Abdul Carter, for those of you who don't know, is he traditionally played just like a stand-up linebacker role, like one of these guys here, before he actually moved to being, we'll call it full-time at the edge. We'll see there are some plays here in this film cut up where he does actually play some, stand-up linebacker as well. But this is where he really is going to thrive at the next level. He's pretty much going to be a full-time edge rusher. It's easy to make the Micah Parsons comparison because of the helmet and the jersey number and the position versatility, but they really do play a similar game because of that versatility and being better actually as a full-time edge rusher. So this was the first year he did that. Anyways, on this play here, he's going to have a really nice inside move on this left tackle here. So just a nice bend inside of this tackle here. So this really shows his versatility where his speed is off the ball. And then look at that bend. So that's something where he allows himself to get, dip inside of that inside shoulder of the tackle there. And then the closing speed is very good as well. So obviously ends up, being a sack on that one. So let's watch from the tight angle here. We're going to really see that dip move and how that really works for him to his advantage. So on this one here, check it out here. So right here, just an inside move. That first step is very quick, and then he dips below, and so then just gets right past him. Left guard doesn't see him, doesn't have a chance, and then closes in for the sack. Great opening play. All right, a few plays later, lines up on the other side of the ball, which is good to see. He can work from either side there. On this one, they actually run an inside zone handoff, so it doesn't actually, you could think he doesn't actually do anything on this one, but it's good to see that he could make something happen if this was like a drop back passing play. So on this one, just a nice inside rip move, so attacks the outside shoulder of that tackle there, and then you see his arm kind of rip up through the arms of that tackle and then just gets right around him. So if that was a play action or something like that, would have been an immediate sack. So, the thing that everybody knows about Abdul Carter is he's got incredible speed around the edge there, but he's also got some power too. So, and this kind of displays that a little bit where he's got some strength through that rip move there. So you see he kind of sets the edge with that rip move. Another great play. All right, just an awesome run stuff here by Abdul Carter. So on this play, on the offensive side of things, they're running just like an inside trap play, which basically means that the right side linemen here are going to be crashing inside to kind of cut off these inside defensive linemen as well as work up to the linebackers, and it kind of leaves Abdul Carter unblocked. What it does, though, is this H-back is supposed to actually pull and essentially seal off Abdul Carter there, and so it allows for the kind of like an inside, it's called an inside trap, basically. So that's kind of what they're attempting to do here. However, Abdul Carter just absolutely stuffs this H-back here and makes the play. So if we watch it here, watch there, that just, boom, right there, just stuffs him and then gets actually on the inside of him and then actually makes the tackle too. So this is one of his tackles for loss on this one. So let's skip forward just a little bit to see it from this side. So watch here. Just stuffs him right there. And then when the running back cuts back to the other side where Abdul Carter is, he makes the play. So this is an awesome run stuff. Great play by Abdul Carter, really sealing that edge. So Abdul Carter obviously fills up the stat sheet plenty often, but there are a lot of things he does too that doesn't go on the stat sheet. This is a great example of that. So to look at the play here, so they're going, basically a trips formation to the right with their tight end lined up on the line here. So they're going to run a toss play to the left here to the boundary. And then they're going to, once again, pull a couple of their linemen. So again, Abdul Carter is intentionally unblocked on this one because there are pulling pulling guards and to I believe it's the two guards here to actually get to Abdul Carter. What he does though is he seals the outside edge, which forces the running back to cut back inside, which then allows for the gang tackle on the inside. So right here, Abdul Carter sets the edge, recognizes the pulling lineman there, and then again, gets to the outside, so then it forces the running back to cut back inside, which is where the rest of Abdul Carter's teammates are. So that's what you're aiming to do if you're on the edge. You're trying to set that edge and not let them get to the outside. He perfectly does that on this play. So let's watch from the tight angle once again to really see him seal off this edge and force that cut back inside. Right here, he crashes down, but then recognizes the toss very quickly. So then gets back outside. Again, you could maybe think, just looking at it, that he kind of juked out Abdul Carter. But this is exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to force him back to the inside. And then, of course, it results in like a 1 yard gain. So this is a big win for Abdul Carter and the entire Nittany Lion defense. All right, so nothing really to diagnose on this play, but I just want you to take notice of the fact that Abdul Carter is at that stand-up linebacker position. Again, this is pretty much what he did full-time in previous years and then just kind of moonlit as an edge rusher. But then, of course, he still has the capability to do this. And then, Penn State wisely put him full-time on the edge this year. Kind of like a Micah Parsons route once again, where he was at a linebacker spot. They moved him up to full-time edge, and then he flourished. So that's what he's going to do at the next level as well. So just wanted to showcase, though, he still has the ability to drop back in coverage plenty fine. All right, now we're kind of seeing that game-wrecking speed on this play here. I think they technically counted this as a tackle for loss because the quarterback did step up eventually. But tackle for loss, sack, whatever you want to call it. Great play by Abdul Carter. So just a straight speed rush here on the outside. A little bit of a rip move there, but then just the tackle there had absolutely no chance. So just a really great, again, example of kind of what Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons. Abdul Carter does best is just, again, winning on the edge with speed. These tackles are not going to be able to keep up with him in his speed unless it's a super freak athlete at tackle. So just right there, great bend around the tackle there, just gets right around and then forces we'll call it tackle for loss. Fantastic example of what's realistically going to happen at the next level. Sacks don't always happen. It doesn't always mean that you are doing your job the most efficiently as an edge rusher. Sacks are kind of misleading in some senses. So this is a great example of something that Abdul Carter directly affected that's not going to show up on the stat sheet here. So we'll notice here on this one, he forces an errant throw and then eventual interception. So great move though, because on this one, he kind of sets up the tackle there on a few previous plays by rushing to the outside and winning there. He stutters and then actually counters inside on this one. So then, again, this tackle's dead in the water here. This is either a hold or, as we see here, Abdul Carter gets through. He's right in the grill of that quarterback, forces an errant throw, and then it ends up being an interception. So this is an awesome play by Abdul Carter, countering some previous moves he had earlier in the game, and then again executing it too. So watch this here. Stutters outside, gets back inside, gets right in the face of that quarterback, forces an errant pass, interception. Awesome play. Abdul Carter's full bag is on display in this game. These Maryland tackles just cannot keep up with him. So again, just another example of forcing a quick errant throw. On this one, he's lined up again on the outside shoulder of the left tackle this time. And so here, just a little, again, kind of outside stutter, inside spin move, gets there effectively, forces the throw. Actually, pretty decent throw by the quarterback there considering the pressure he had on him. But yeah, again, this is just an awesome move by Abdul Carter. This time we're seeing the spin move. So again, counters outside, great spin, that tackle and no chance once again. Abdul Carter's speed to power is elite to say the least. And again, clear reason why I have my number one player on my big board here. So again, this is a sack. So once again, attacks the outside shoulder, comes back inside with that little rip move, and then just stuffs the quarterback there for a big sack and then celebrates after, as he should. So again, another great rush here by Abdul Carter. Again, we're seeing all of his moves on display. He's just too fast, too strong to keep up with. So again, on this one, tacks outside, stutters inside, immediate sack. I mean, this is just elite. All right, this is actually the very next play in the game. So this time lined up at linebacker once again, head up with the center, inside rush move, another pressure which forces a throw by the quarterback. So Abdul Carter can win from all areas of the field. So right here, just inside, dips that shoulder on the center, just blows by him there, forces the throw, and then that's, 1 yard gain on third and very long, it looks like. So once again, Abdul Carter can do it from anywhere. He does it all. So he's literally head up with the center on this one here. Just rushes through the A gap there, dips down right there, forces a throw. Another example. It's like clockwork with this guy. There we have it. Abdul Carter, going against Maryland. Elite performance there by Abdul Carter. Very easy to see why he's my number one player. He does this consistently. It's not just against a bad Maryland team. Just wanted to show a dominant performance by Abdul Carter. So, easy number one player on my board. Mike and I will be coming out with our official kind of first rankings here of our big board, and then kind of break it down from there by positions. But just wanted to showcase a little bit about why this guy is such a stud. So very easy to see this guy's more than likely going to be a perennial, all pro type of player at the next level. Easy. My Titans probably should take him number one, but we'll see what they end up doing. But thanks for watching this one, and we'll get back to you soon. Thanks.